Good morning, Dopey. Your favorite podcast. Now able to show.
Good morning, Dopey, and welcome to another installment of Good Morning, Dopey, the show about the daily reflections. You know what I think about when I do the intros to this show, Howie?
No.
I don't, you know, it's like I think I have a lot of ideas about you, Howie, and most of my ideas, I think half of my ideas are correct.
No, I disagree.
I would imagine you don't like The Muppet Show. Did you watch The Muppet Show? You don't care about that.
Muppet Show and Muppet Babies. I did watch those. Yep.
Muppet Show or Muppet Babies?
And both of them.
Did you watch a lot of The Muppet Show?
I'm sure I did, yes.
If I run something
Animal.
by you, I don't think you did.
I have a horrible memory, so don't...
Do you remember Veterinarians Hospital?
No.
Okay, Veterinarians Hospital,
Pork.
that was the Swedish Chef.
I know.
But Veterinarians Hospital was a shtick they did where it would be Rolf the dog as the surgeon.
I don't know who he is.
He's the piano playing dog. You didn't watch The Muppets.
I did. I
How do you not know who the dog is?
I don't know that there is a dog or anything. Go ahead. Muppets. Yeah. Ralph,
He's
Kermit the Frog.
The problem with Howie, and I'm seeing a lot of similarities between Howie and Chris as we go forward, except that Howie's not a drug addict. You're a liar, dude.
What are you talking about? I watched the Muppets growing up. I just have a very poor memory.
So what Muppets do you remember?
The two old guys.
What are their names?
I don't know. Cheech and Chong, Ding and Dot. I have no idea.
Who else?
Give me one of their names.
Waldorf.
Oh, forget it. Waldorf Astoria.
Who else?
I know that there's the Swedish Chef we talked about. There's Animal.
Yes.
Oscar the Grouch. Is he from the Muppets?
No.
Well, he's still Jim Henson. So as
He's
far as I'm
Sesame
concerned,
Street.
it's the same.
It's fine.
It's the same.
They should have had Oscar the Grouch on the
Miss
Muppet Show.
Piggy?
Yes.
She was a Muppet.
Yes.
Gonzo.
Yes, he was a Muppet.
Okay. Fozzie Bear.
Yes.
Right?
Uh-huh.
There was that nerdy guy with the glasses.
I think his name was
something.
I think his name was Howie.
Yeah. No, what was it? Something.
No, his assistant was Beaker.
Beaker.
The nerdy guy with the glasses was Dr. Bunsen Honeydew.
Yep, I remember that name.
Well,
now, I don't remember the dog with the piano.
Rolf.
Yeah, doesn't ring a bell.
It's weird. There's a dog named Rolf who plays the piano, like
Wait till you hear how
Liberace.
this ties into the daily reflection.
Well, it's so Veterinarians Hospital was this bit, like it was an ongoing. They had Veterinarians Hospital, they had the Swedish Chef, they had Pigs in Space. Did you ever watch Pigs in Space?
Yes.
So you know Pigs in Space, but you don't know Veterinarians
I don't
Hospital.
remember that. No.
So
you think I'm lying about it and I remember it?
I'm having a hard time knowing what's happening.
I secretly do remember.
I don't.
It.
Anyway,
Yeah.
the way it would set up is they would open in and it would have kind of like dramatic organ music, and it
From
would
Oregon?
organ music like
Oh, okay. Got it. Music from Oregon.
and they would always open up and say Veterinarians Hospital, the story of a quack who's gone to the dogs, and it's he's the surgeon and Nurse Piggy is one of his nurses and Janice, who's the blonde in the band, who plays guitar in the band, Janice, Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem.
Nope.
Anyway, and so they operate on somebody, and as they operate, Rolf does really bad shtick. He like does one-liners about it and stuff.
That's great.
The only way that it relates is that whenever I do the beginning of this, I always want to say, "Good morning, Dopey, the story of a quack who has
Very nice.
gone to the dogs."
And because I have no idea what you're talking about.
It doesn't help, no. Okay,
Falls on deaf ears.
today is February 24th. Dopey Nation, do you guys know all those Muppet things, or do I just know them? Everything that I do
Yeah.
professionally, the Muppet Show is just as much of an influence on it as Howard Stern,
I
as
like that.
anything else.
That's a good influence.
The Muppet Show
Brilliant writing.
is a it's just my thing.
Not The Simpsons.
I love The Simpsons, but it's not the thing about the difference between the problem with The Simpsons. The Simpsons has one.
Here we go. Is
It
this
has.
going to be a racist rant again?
When did I erase this
I don't
rant? The Simpsons only has one problem,
Yeah.
and I think as a creative person, you're going to have to agree with
Macaroni.
me, huh?
Macaroni?
The problem with The Simpsons is because they leave them stranded in time. No one can ever get older.
Yeah.
Nothing can really happen.
Apu happened.
How did they end it with Apu?
Did they get rid of Apu?
But how did they do it?
I don't remember. I didn't watch it. I just know the story.
So why did you bring it up if you don't?
Because that was a major change. What do you mean? It was a beloved character.
These are the things that have happened.
By the way, the only character who, as far as I understand it, who actually evolved.
Apu.
Yeah, because I think he was the only character that showed an evolution of an immigrant coming to America, becoming a successful business owner, I think getting married maybe and having children. I think he was the only character that had a positive evolutionary arc. And obviously because of Hank Azaria's...
Flanders had he opened a store. The store fell apart. His house got destroyed. He rebuilt it, and his wife died. Maud got killed.
As positive,
or
maybe?
Seymour Skinner. He fell in love with Mrs. Krabappel, and they broke up, and then he got back together with her.
Maybe it's more from an immigrant perspective.
This is some woke PC nonsense.
I don't watch it. I don't know.
I don't know what
I've heard.
I don't know
Someone
what
else's take on
happened.
it.
I don't know what happened to
Hank Azaria happened, and then they didn't like it
because he got too woke for the show.
No, he did the voice.
I know, but
he's a white guy.
I know, but he said that he doesn't want to do an Indian voice anymore.
Oh, I don't know.
That's why he left.
Him, or was it more of like people
No,
saying
he
it's
said
probably
it.
not yeah, but I think it would probably be more like people saying it's not appropriate for a white guy to be doing that voice when there are so many,
Indian
Asian-American
voiceover actors.
Yeah.
Listen,
Which is a whole other thing because it's like his take on the voice was such a stereotype. Like it wasn't even, remotely realistic. It was so over the top.
I don't know. I find maybe I'm, borderline racist or not as woke,
Obviously.
not as woke as I should be. But it was very, I can't, that's my whole point.
Yeah.
After season 11 of The Simpsons,
You tuned out.
I tuned out. And I'm a huge Simpsons fan, but seasons 1 through maybe 15, like I'll give them that.
I like them when they were on Tracy Ullman.
Huh? No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No,
I was one of the first. All right. And what this was an influence? South Park is an influence on you? Oh.
No. My influences are The Simpsons, Regis Philbin, Howard Stern.
Regis Philbin is a perfect influence for you.
Why?
Because he's 150 years old and
He was very sweet and he had a good time.
Yeah,
And he made fun of whoever he worked with.
Right.
He had fun. It was awesome.
That's true. And he hosted what was that show?
Live with Regis and Kathy Lee.
No, the other show.
Dopey
The
is
Fastest
like
Thing, a question
one of the way I pitch Dopey is it's like Live with Regis and Kathy Lee for crackheads
for crackheads.
or for junkies or for drug addicts, whatever.
Crackheads.
Crackheads always
makes
makes
picture.
Why? It's just, you get a laugh with crackheads. He did How to Be a Millionaire. That's what you want to say.
No, it's not called How to Be a Millionaire.
It's called How to Be a Millionaire without really trying.
It's called something.
A millionaire matchmaker. No, it's called Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
Yeah.
Right.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire
And
matchmaker.
he used to go fastest finger question. Something like that.
Do you like Regis?
I love the impressions of Regis.
I love Regis.
Like Dana Carvey's impressions.
I also love, another influence on me?
Ryan Seacrest.
Who?
Ryan
No.
Seacrest?
No.
The other guy?
No. No, Ryan Leone.
No, the guy that got kicked out of Idol.
Who?
I don't remember his name, but the other guy that co-hosted with him the first year.
Dunkelman.
Brian Dunkelman?
He wanted to come on Dopey, and now he's ghosting.
Dare he?
I know.
Go get Ryan.
How about Nikki Sixx not promoting the YouTube video?
Fucking Nikki Sixx.
Do you think-
Just like Eddie Vedder said.
What did he say?
I don't know. I was waiting for you to fill in the blank.
He said a brown-haired band for brown-haired people.
No, Eddie Vedder said, if you have him on, when we were talking last week, he said, if you have him
You
on.
know Nikki Sixx isn't going to promote it.
Yeah.
And if he does, he's going to say ukulele instead of ukulele.
Right.
And then you saw the other thing. Emily Sullivan said ukulele too.
Yeah.
Amazing. Anyway, my point is that, see, the Muppet Show, the characters don't change either.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so much, I don't know. Like, I don't know why I just got caught up in The Simpsons being stuck in 1 year. The Muppet Show, nothing happens. Everything's exactly the same.
I mean, that's the truth with a lot of cartoons.
Muppet Show is not a cartoon. It's a puppet show.
Well, I mean, like that sort of child-oriented kind of thing, Sesame Street, they sort of, other than the real people, they kind of stay stuck in time. What does any of this have to do with anything? Oh, because they were an influence on you.
Yeah, I don't
The
know.
Muppet Show was an influence on you.
Today is February 24th, and we're going to call it A Thankful Heart. I try to hold fast to the truth that a full and thankful heart cannot entertain great conceits. What does that mean?
A true and thankful heart cannot entertain great conceits.
Yeah. I don't understand. I don't know what that means at all. I don't even know what conceits is.
When you conceit something? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
When brimming with gratitude, I guess being conceited is being full of yourself. Concession is giving up.
Mm-hmm.
So a full and thankful heart cannot entertain. Let's just look it up. Sorry.
Why not? My camera's stuttering. You know what that means?
No. What does that mean?
I'm going to have to get a camera.
You just got a camera.
I know, and it's stuttering. It's because there's so many USB devices.
Excessive pride. Okay. So a true and thankful heart cannot entertain great conceit, meaning being too full of yourself.
Yeah, that's good.
When brimming with gratitude, one's heartbeat must surely result in outgoing love, the finest emotion that we can ever know. My sponsor told me that I should be a grateful alcoholic and always have an attitude of gratitude. That gratitude was the basic ingredients of humility. That humility was the basic ingredient of anonymity. And that anonymity was the spiritual foundation of all of our traditions, ever reminding us to place principles before personalities. As a result of this guidance, I start every morning on my knees, thanking God for 3 things. I'm alive, I'm sober, and I'm a member of Alcoholics Anonymous. Then I try to live an attitude of gratitude and thoroughly enjoy another 24 hours of the AA way of life. AA is not something I joined, it's something I live. This is another really good one, I think.
Yeah, that's an excellent one.
And that's once I remove my own feeling around rah-rah AA stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Past there, it's so beautiful, having... And I also don't really like rhyming attitude and gratitude. Like, I can do without that. I could say an attitude of humility. I don't like the rhyme there.
Yeah, it's good.
I really like this one. Being thankful, recognizing thankfulness, recognizing gratitude. People, one of the techniques that a lot of people in 12-step use is when you're wanting more, which is something I always seem to want, more of everything.
Right.
People always say, oh, you should write a gratitude list. Because a gratitude list counteracts all the things that you think you should have because of all the things that you do have.
100% agree.
All right. Stay strong,
great.
Dopey Nation. Fucking toodles for Chris.
Dopey